Hello, everyone. Sometimes ago, I saw someone who put out a tweet and they said that, Tinubu's illegitimate government want to tax people like in the UK, but not giving people the life that people in the UK are getting, and also not giving, accountability. Today, I'm seeing someone who put out, this is Okoye Samuel Nnamdi, and he said, this is UK giving account of every penny you paid as tax. Nigeria want to tax you like UK, but cannot account like UK. That's the way this person is it. And this particular person, what happened is that they sent him a message from the UK government, and he said how your tax was spent for the tax year 6 April 2023 to 5 April 2024. I said these figures are intended as illustration of how taxes are spent and not as direct link between your income tax, national insurance contribution, and any specific expenditure. And he said description, welfare, 21.6% of this person's tax was spent on welfare. And that for this person, it was 1,653. So in the whole year, he contributed 1,653 to welfare. And then to health, it was 20.2% of the tax he paid, which was £1,546. And then in terms of state pensions, it was £873. National debt interest, £850. Education, £781. Defense, £398. And you can see the breakdown. And someone also came out to say that even in Australia, this one he puts out where they say, Dear John, he took out his address, of course, say, Dear John, the Australian government thanks you for your tax contribution for 2023 to 2024. This statement details Australian government debt levels and where your personal tax was spent based on the 2024-2025 budget estimate. He said level of Australian gross debt, they put it there, and then they now started giving out the different things that were done in terms of welfare for the aged, disability, families, unemployed, others. Talked about what they spent on health, defense, education, general public services, interest on government debt, transport and communication, fuel and energy, industry assistance, public order and safety, housing and community, foreign affairs and economic aid, recreation and culture, immigration and other purposes. This is a government detailing and showing you exactly where it is that they spent the people's money. This is what is called accountability and transparency. And the next time this kind of government is taxing you, you might grumble a bit, but you know that the tax is going towards somewhere and what it is being used for. In the case of Nigeria, people are being taxed. People are paying a whole lot of money, but they're not seeing any use for it. Rather, the things that they're saying, it's a very extravagant lifestyle from government officials, doing all manner of things. You see them with recently the thing they've been showing is their watches. You're seeing a government official, someone who has never walked out of politics, wearing wristwatches of $50,000, $100,000, 200 and something $1,000 on their wrist. And you're wondering, wait a minute, whose money is it that you are using so recklessly? And moreover, you see the salaries of these people, it's not really nothing to write home about compared to what the wristwatches that they are wearing. Of course, compared to the average money that the Nigerian earns, minimum wage, it's extravagant, salaries that they are getting. But compared to the wristwatch they are wearing, it's nothing towards getting that. Then you're beginning to wonder, how are you getting all of these things? We are paying taxes to foot the lifestyle of people. You're suddenly seeing these people sending their children to schools where they're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, sending their children, buying properties in millions of dollars. You're seeing the ones that are telling us that, oh, it's the children's grandparents that provide that. And you're wondering, what work are these grandparents doing? What did they earn? When did they earn all of this money? So it's all over. You see our money is being wasted in terms of the extravagant lives, like I said earlier, convoy upon convoy, everybody going home, going somewhere. They have to intimidate other citizens with their convoy, whether they're ministers, they're even PAs, even SSAs and all of that. The kind of things that you see is just out of this world. Nobody is coming to tell you that, look, this is what we've done with the money. And these are things that Nigerians should be asking for. But unfortunately, because we live in a society where we're brought up to feel that questioning anyone was disrespectful, was people then doing things that shouldn't be. People have gotten into a place where they are relaxed in being disrespected, they're relaxed in being talked to anyhow. Even when they see other citizens holding them accountable, they do come out and they would end up, fighting those other citizens out there. Let me quickly go down and look at some of the comments that people have here. Somebody say no be Okoye Samuel say no be life we dey live for Nigeria, no accountability of any sort. Then Chief O said they also forgot the tax allowance in UK first is that 12,500 pounds is tax free, which is around 25 million. If they want to copy, they should copy everything good and bad. Yes, so copy the minimum wage as well. They never account for subsidy up to now, says Mecca. And that's so true. And I saw a tweet someone did, which was very apt, where they say all the promises they made that people were going to get if subsidy is removed, that indeed subsidy was removed, and the people did not get this thing, are also the same promises that they are making that people are going to get with the taxes that are being paid on people. This thing, when they tax you, they tax the people, they throw more people into poverty. Those people that have been thrown into poverty, they now become your body. They will now always be taxing you, coming for you, coming at you, and all of this thing. It's just so unbelievable. Honestly, when you see this thing, that one pay me pass. If you ask them, they will say, meet your governor. Very silly people said Okoye Samuel Nnamdi. Obasabi North said exactly, they only copy things that will benefit them and put money in their pocket. They are not copying NHS and free healthcare system. Okoye Samuel, I think he's so passionate about this, responding to a lot of people. He said, anytime they hear NHS is free, they will go blind and deaf immediately. Samuel Ozona said, by inference, UK isn't joking about the welfare of its people. Okoye replied and said, not at all. It's the number one priority of a serious government. Welfare of the citizens. You need to make the citizens in a place where they are happy, they are comfortable, they have the basics of life. If people have the basics of life, they're not going to go off and be destroying, the country, looting, terrorism and all of that. A lot of things will be covered. But the person that is left out there that is desperate, they can do anything and everything out here. I'm just trying to see some of the ways here. Was this simplistic? Okay, there's another one here. Was this simplistic take I keep seeing by people with very low attention span? This man of God is saying, this is the proposal of how to spend your tax in Nigeria. That's what budgets are meant for. The budget performance report is the actual spend. While we demand more from government, you guys should quit this useless pension for entertainment in every little thing. That is an obligation. Even if UK didn't send that piece of entertainment to you, you'll still have no choice than to pay. Have they given you a statement to account how they spend your visa fees? Just like what I said earlier, you still see some people that will come and not defend and insult the people. This same person, you will see him one day, he'll be out there telling you that, oh, please, I need money for healthcare. This has happened to me. Come and donate money for me to do this. When they're doing this nonsense where they're defending government, people who are holding government accountable, they're defending. They don't realize that they are also affected, by this whole thing. Let me just round up here and say, anyway, Nigerians, make more demands.